Hello everyone, welcome to my channel One Stop Placement. In this video, I am going to tell you about loops in Python. In Python we have for loop and while loop. Generally, why we use loops are to execute the set of statements for a specific number of times. For example, if you want to write hello world for 10 times, you will write as print hello world. Like that you will write 10 times. And it is very easy because 10 times is very less value, but if you want to write for 50 times or 100 times it is very difficult. And if you use loops, it is very useful to reduce the size of the code. So to print hello world for 10 times, without writing print hello world for 10 times, we can use for loop, and you can write it in two ways so that we can reduce the size of the code. To know about the for loop, we have to know about the range function. Before knowing about the for loop, we have to know about the range function. Range function was already discussed in previous videos, but I will tell you again in this video. Range function consists of three parameters, that is starting value, ending value and step value. Range starts from starting value. For example, if you take 0, 5 and 1, it will start from 0 and it will go till n minus 1 value. For example, if it is year 5, then it will go till 2, 3 and 4. It will not go for 5. And by default, if you don't give any step value, it will take as 1. But if you give any step value, it will make the difference. For example, here step value is 1. So for everything, for every number, the difference will be 1. And but if you use number as 2, it will give value as 0, 2 and 4. For every number, it will take difference of 2. This is the usage of range function. Now we will see the syntax of for loop. We have to use the for keyword, space, we have to use any variable. Here it is used for iteration, and after that space and in, and we have to use the range function. In this range function, we have to use 2 or 3 arguments. If we use 2, step value will be by default value 1, but if you want to change step value, you have to change. And we have to use the proper indentation inside the for loop, so that set of instructions inside the for loop are identified by using this indentation only. And we have to use the same variable inside the for loop for printing. If we use high here and if we use h here, it will give you error. And we can use any list or set or tuple, anything in the place of range. Now we will discuss everything clearly in the demonstration part. First of all, we will see how to print hello world for 10 times using for loop. We have to use for keyword, and here I am using I as an iterator in range of 1 comma 11 comma 1, because I am taking starting value as 1 and I am taking ending value as 11 because it will take till 10, and I will give step value as 1. And we have to follow the indentation so that the set of instructions that are following same indentation are belongs to that for loop. And we have to print hello world. Now when you run this code, it will give you hello world for 10 times. Instead of writing print hello world for 10 times, you can use simply by writing 2 lines of code using for loop. It is very useful in reducing the space complexity. Now we will see how to print numbers from 1 to 20. Now let us take starting value as 1 and give ending value as 21, because it will take till 20, and giving step value as 1, and print I. When you run this code, it will give you numbers from 1 to 20. But if you don't want the numbers in vertical order, if you want the numbers in horizontal order, you have to use and equal to, comma and equal to. When you run this code, it will give you numbers in an horizontal way. Here I am using space in between the double quotes in end function. But if you use any star Then when you run this code, it will give you stars between every number. See, it is giving 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, so on. Whatever you print inside the double quotes in AND function, it will display you in the horizontal way between the numbers. Now we'll see how to use list in place of range. Now let us take list as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now when you print this list, it will directly give you as a list format. But if you don't want the list format, you want to use if you want the numbers in vertical order, you have to use for loop. See, I will tell you how to use this. For I in list, print I. When you run this code, it will give you numbers in a vertical order. But if you want these numbers in horizontal order, you have to use and equal to. Then it will give you numbers in an horizontal way. You can use directly in place of list. You can use directly the list inside it without initializing. See, without initializing list values, you can directly use in place of list, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This also will give you the same answer. See, it is also giving the same answer without any error. So that you can use without initializing as before. You can use tuple, set, dictionary, everything in the place of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or else you can use any range function Now we'll see how to use if in the for loop. For example, if you print for I in range of 1, 31, 1. See, here I am taking starting value as 1, ending value as 31. It will take till 30 and it will give step value as 1. If you print I directly, it will give you numbers from 1 to 31, 1 to 30. See, it will give you numbers from 1 to 30. But if you want only the numbers which are divisible by 5, then you have to control the flow by using the if condition. If I modulus 5 is equal to 0, then print I. Now if you run this code, it will give you the numbers only which are divisible by 5 till 30. There are 6 numbers: 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. See, now I will tell you how this for loop is working. Now if it will I value start from starting value as 1 and it will check 1 modulo 5 is equal to 0. It is not equal to 0, so print I will not execute. Then for loop will automatically increment the I value with step difference of 1 and it will become 2, and now I value is 2. Now 2 modulus 5 is equal to 0 is false condition, so automatically I value will be incremented. Now it will be 3. 3 modulo 5 is equal to 0 is false, so again I value will be incremented to 4. Now it will check 4 modulo 5 is equal to 0. It is also false. Now for loop will increment I value and it will become 5. Now it will check 5 modulo 5 is equal to 0. If this condition is true, now it will print the value of I. Now value of I is 5. So 5 will be printed. Now after this condition, for loop will increment the I value and it will run this process till end value. Is here end value is 31, so it will check till I value is 30.